Hello guys, and welcome back to episode 12 of Really Awesome Plays Civilization Beyond Earth. When we left off, we had just eliminated the Pan-Asian Cooperative from the game, and we were beginning to get our forces in place. I'll turn this off so you can see it more clearly. Our forces in place to move on Integer. We had 3 separate forces, one assault force to the south, one to the north, and a semi-defensive force to the west of where Integer currently are set up. In this episode, I want to really begin to put in place the conditions that we need for the victory condition. We are going for the harmony victory condition of creating the mind flower and establishing contact essentially with the planet itself. For that victory condition, we need to go in here and get some technologies. So the first one is nanorobotics that we need. So nanorobotics is down here in nanotechnology, and we can queue that up to complete after we have finished. We are currently working on, I think, swarm intelligence. Yes, indeed. So I will just swarm intelligence is actually something else that we need, so it works out fantastically. And then the other thing we need is transgenics. So let's queue that up also. Transgenics is over here. So yes, I mean, this is a relatively should be a relatively quick progression. I think we're well into, I guess, the mid to late game, I guess. So yeah, things are looking good. I think as I said earlier in the Let's Play, I don't want to really take my foot off the gas here too much. I want to continue to be as offensive as possible. I'm conscious we have this melee unit over here in the city, so I'm going to actually move that out just in case we should need it for our war on Integer. But yeah, let's get straight into it with our next turn. So Monday morning here in Seattle. I hope everyone is doing well out there in the world. Had a relatively quiet weekend, so feeling pretty fresh here on a Monday morning. Franco-Iberians happy with my improvement activity. We are also going to, in relation to improvement activity, we're going to continue to put our workers on just auto upgrade now. I don't think we need to stress too much about what they are doing. Our Reaver here in Dunkyle, I think I'm tempted to leave it in place just in case we should need a second or some form of defensive force, but we're taking so much energy per turn. It should be a relatively easy affair to get some money should we need it, or get some units should we need it. So I'm going to spend a couple of turns getting my units in place, and then we shall begin our war with Integer. Skip a lot of turns here while these units are waiting for the full extent of our force. And yeah, I think this is good for now to set up a solar collector here ready in Deep Castle, which we shall launch over Deep Castle and exit the orbital layer. I haven't really done a whole lot of orbital units in this playthrough. Orbital units can certainly be very strong. It's not something I'm overly concerned about though. I'd much rather have tangible land forces that I can move. Orbital units are static. So we're going to automate this worker. We're going to choose production. I'm sure we have other units waiting to have a turn. Or not. Wow. So Deep Castle just finished a solar collector. I think I'll straight away build another solar collector down here in Deep Castle, just to keep our energy per turn ticking up. We also get to choose a virtue. So I think for now we're finished with might. Some of the later industry stuff like this here, civic duty, each city tile generates half of production for every population, so that wouldn't be too shabby at all. But I think we're actually going to start moving into the science or the knowledge tree. So we'll start with foresight, which gives plus 10% science when healthy. So we are not actually currently healthy, but we shall be if Tiangong, or not Tiangong, oh it is Tiangong, sorry, in 10 more turns, man. Wow, that's crazy stuff. It's because the population is so high in the city, that's why it's taking so long. So Almur, the intrigue is increased to 1. Nothing too major, I'm not too worried about that, to be honest. It's when it starts getting up into the 3 and 4 and 5 that you really have to begin to worry. Swarm intelligence nearly done. The Bitegeist has already been built. so it's just mainly for the harmony affinity progression. We also need it for the victory condition for the mind flower. We need 3 technologies: nanorobotics, transgenics, and swarm intelligence.
Command decisions are not made on a single data point. They are the result of 1,000 data points crystallized in a single moment.
So yes, indeed, swarm intelligence finished. We got a harmony level up.
We know that we are defined by the righteousness of our deeds and the content of our character, not the color of our skin or the sequence of our genes.
Very forward thinking there from our affinity level up. We get some unit upgrades. One of our land units is now final tier, so again, the miasma thing is quite it's good for a static force where I can get miasma on the ground, but I think it's very situational, so I think I will go for can move after attacking. All terrain cost 1 is pretty good. Oh, we could also move over land and sea now, so additional units we have. And our submarines are tier 3. So this is quite good. Plus 10 heal for adjacent units every turn. That certainly seems like something I'll go for here, because we do have quite a bunch of submarines, or leviathans as they're now called, around the place. So that is fantastic. And yes, that's the upgrades for now. So we have tier 3 subs as well, so we're actually going to do a lot of damage. We have an idle covert op in Weltgeist. We're going to... well, we'll probably own Weltgeist soon, so I might actually reassign this unit to... Alpha La, I guess, could be an option. Yes, indeed, I'll move it to Ard, the capital of Alpha La. Diplomatic transmission?
Your village
I don't think so.
by trade.
So down here you'll see this is the People's African Union, but you'll see their affinity progress. So I mean, in relation to our own, they are way behind us, so they're certainly not an issue to deal with. But if you look at this lady here, you'll see she is relatively close to where we are. Arguably she's in the same place, I guess, but I mean that's the big issue as you hit the late game. A lot of the victory conditions require very high levels in a single affinity, so it's certainly something to keep in mind. I think in the medium term, when we finish our assault on Integer, we shall definitely begin to move on the Cavitan Protectorate, because we will have them completely surrounded on this landmass, so it should be a relatively easy affair to move some of our units in and just remove their cities. It shouldn't be too difficult, hopefully. That's my plan at least. So a lot of production to choose. Deep Castle finished the solar collector. I'll first launch the solar collector in the city itself, if the screen would stop jumping. So I think actually before we do that, we'll get all these units skipping their turns. So solar collector above Farjan. That's good for now. These units can skip. You can actually move down here. And this fellow can also move down here. And then on the, it looks like the next turn, we'll begin our war with Integer. Solar collector finished in Jiangsang. We'll get a new one up over Dangai. It's fantastic. See what other units are left to move. You can skip, you can skip, you can skip, you can skip. In Farjan, we finished our true Xeno cavalry, so I'll move it in place over here with the small land force we're developing at the moment. Automate our worker. That seems to be all our units, so now we will choose our production. So in Deep Castle, finished a solar collector. I'll build a couple more solar collectors, I think. Farjan finished a true Xeno cavalry, and I think I will get them to build... That seems pretty good. I think I will build... Yeah, I may as well build that. There's no harm in it anyway, I don't think. The African Union still chilling out by Dangai. I think over here we shall build a... Xeno Sanctuary is tempting. For the cultural increase. We are ticking quite high on culture, so I'm not overly concerned with it. I guess let's go with the science for now. Jiangsang, I suppose we shall also go with the science. Yes, indeed. In Gangren, just finished science building also. We shall continue with the... Actually, we shall instead build a mind stem, because this... So the mind stem feeds into the victory condition for the harmony affinity. So in your harmony affinity, when you build this building called the mind flower, if you have these mind stem buildings in some of your cities, it trims the amount of turns that you need the mind flower to be active for in order to win. So I think it goes from, I think at base it's 45 turns, but the more mind flowers you have, it cuts that down. So I think the minimum you can get it to is 30 from what I understand, but I'm open to correction on that. So I mean, there's certainly something to build if that is the victory condition you're going for, but I'm getting ahead of myself perhaps. Koyan. So Koyan is our main military landmass city at the moment, so as much as it pains me when I see all this infrastructure it needs, I think I'm going to build a true Xeno cavalry here in this city. And yeah, next turn we're about to begin our war with Integer very shortly. I have coffee again this morning, it's delicious. So Integer are happy with our science rate, they're going to be unhappy with us though very shortly, I would assume. So our units should absolutely melt these tier 2 units, so it should be easy stuff, I think. So first and foremost, I'm not sure if we can actually shoot the colonists, so instead I shall move up here to Weltgeist and begin our assault on Integer. Here we go. Oh, yes is the button I was looking for. Alpha unhappy with us. So over here, first move our units out of line of sight. And begin to hopefully decimate Integer quite easily. So our first kill on the board against Integer. This fellow is seen. I think these units now have +2 sight. I would guess anyway, at least someone has +2 sight here, I think. I think the wiser option here is to move back. I think our Poseidons can move behind our line of subs in order to draw in the enemy. And I think down here we shall just skip turn for now, let the Integer come to us. I'll move back actually an additional tile. And I can skip. You, I'm afraid, will have to skip for now. Our units over here can take out some of these land units that are caught in the ocean. There seems to be some kind of a spy satellite up, I think. Although I don't see exactly where they're getting all that vision from, but that's no real issue, I guess. So I think this fellow, well, if we're going to be seen anyway, there's not too much point in moving too often. Very easy kills here for these land units in their water form, I guess. This fellow can simply move here and capture this. And our Leviathans can continue to move. I'm a bit annoyed by what's giving all this vision, but I guess it's not the end of the world. Huanai has just finished a Cyto nursery. I think it makes sense to... I was going to say build a naval melee unit, but I think instead I shall simply build a surveillance web and purchase a naval melee unit in here. So we're looking for a Reaver. Yes, indeed. Just looking at the different strengths of the units, but a Reaver is what we're going to build here. The unit needs orders, so you have no shots on anyone, so I'm afraid you'll have to skip for now. Our units up here can skip, and these units down here can begin to... I'm not sure I can kill this colonist. Oh, I can indeed, so that is fantastic. I'm going to move this unit back a bit to try and draw over some of their forces. And this is our main melee force, so this will be our capture force, I guess. Might even be tempted to send one of our idle submarines down towards it, but we shall wait. I think first and foremost we shall decimate their forces a bit just to whittle them down. Our sub over here, you can also wait. And we have an idle covert operative in Ard. Or no, sorry, in Mandira. So I think in Mandira we'll just steal energy, I guess, for now. So yeah, first round of our war with Integer underway. Got some kills, weakened quite a few of their units. I think the only real concern I have is over in Dunkyle, by that waterway they have. So an Integer submarine unit. I think that'll take priority here. Just getting some emails on my telephone. My apologies if you can hear that through the microphone. So first and foremost, a quest decision. +1 production from mass digesters or +1 food from mass digesters. I think I'll actually go for the production here. I do plan on, as our cities get ultra developed, to start getting the cities to actually move their production into scientific research, just to expedite that process. Where is this unit? All the way down here by Visite. So I think for now we'll actually begin to attack Visite. First shots into the city itself. I could actually just probably move one of these melee units. That city is so weak. Straight into the city and capture it. Yes, indeed. These cities are incredibly weak for tier 3 units. I mean, 40 is not even really a thing. I think will I annex the city? I think yeah, we may as well. It's been working out pretty well for us so far. And we begin to move these units in place to attack this unit here. And our Reaver should get the kill with minimal damage. This is a ranged unit. It's tier 2 though, so I'm not overly concerned. I'll just put that unit on alert for now. Over here, I just want to check the vision first. Low division again. That is fine. We shall just simply sink that land unit that finds itself on the sea. Not sure we'll get a shot here with the landscape, but that's okay. We can begin to move our submarine force over towards Eintracht. Keep these guys out of vision if at all possible. And I think here, yes, we'll probably do the trick. You can skip. You can skip. You can actually move back a bit. And then skip. Over here we have a Reaver finished, so I shall move this out to support the rest of our navy even. Solar Collector finished in Deep Castle, and we shall get one up over Islemuir. And exit the orbital layer. Our units over here by Vacher. Still waiting on a melee unit, so I'll actually take our free melee unit and begin to move them up here. So that's again a very easy city capture. I want to move down our subs from the top first, just to see if we can get any easy shots, which it looks like we can over here. I also do want to kill this submarine if it's visible. It is not, so we need to move on the tile next to it, and then we can begin to assault it. And this should be for the kill. Looks like it is. Yes, indeed. Our subs can... This is the weaker force they have, so I think I should move over here and try and sink some of these fellows. I'm just going to move to here. I'm not too worried about vision at the moment. We've such superior firepower. And we can move to here and get a shot on some of these fresh units. I think we're hitting for 50% of their health, so that's the reason why you want to level your affinities quite fast, because these tier 3 units like decimate your lower tier units. I was going to say tier 1 and 2, but 1 wouldn't even be a thing. So over here in Jiangsang, I think we shall build... we don't really have any fungus, I don't think, by this city. No, we do have fungus, so actually I will build a grow lab. Turn off the resource icons are becoming increasingly less important as we move later into the endgame. Deep Castle, another solar collector, is working out pretty well for us. In Visite, they are in resistance for 13 turns, so I think I shall simply build a clinic. Doesn't really matter for now. And we skip turn, or end turn even, and see what integer have in way of response. Cup of coffee here this morning. So they are pillaging our tiles. Not too overly concerned about that. They didn't even take a single shot at it, it seems. Yeah, they didn't take one shot at our units, which is somewhat ridiculous. So let's get our veterancy bonuses first. So I'm going to choose strength on all of these. And strength again, and do our quest decision. So +1 science from vivariums, +1 food, +1 science. And our units need orders, so let's continue our assault on integer. I think you can, I think here maybe. Yes indeed. You can finish, you can actually, excuse me, you can come around to here and hopefully have a shot on this fellow. Yes indeed you do. Oh no, you do not, which is a real shame, but that is okay. Really not concerned about these units. I mean, a tier 2 sub, I mean, it'll hit us for a bit of damage, sure, but we'll sink it on the following turn. Eintracht is beginning to move. I think I might actually come over here in preparation for that move and bomb it when it moves into place. I wonder if I could almost capture this. No, not quite in one turn, but let's move our units around into place. As I mentioned, you can skip. I want a Reaver in range to capture on the next turn. And our second Reaver can just also move into place. And then we can begin to regroup our forces and sweep down the coast. So we are going to be a sizable force very soon to be reckoned with. You could almost move in there, I'd say, and capture that on your own, but it'll take 2 turns, so I'll move you to here for now. This unit here, we shall wait until we put some shots with our ranged units. Probably get to kill actually with our ranged units, which is no harm. Not quite. But we can move our Reaver up. Oh no, we did get to kill. Fantastic. Our Reaver can just skip for now in the city. You can also skip our Poseidons up here outside of Washer. Can begin to move down in preparation for an assault on the city itself. And then cover the subunit, which I would like to kill. And yes, indeed we can. Oh, it's out of moves. Not ideal. Oh no, it isn't. My word. Need some more of that coffee, I think. These fellas can all skip here. And you can, your melee unit, you can also skip for now. Over here we shall automate our worker. It's looking like the end of our turn. Yes, indeed it is. It's coming in on turn 206. Things are looking pretty good. I think we certainly, looks like we have won this game. We have 65 Xenomass, so at level 15 we can begin to build the the super endgame armory unit. So it's the Xeno Titan, and yeah, I'm certainly going to build some of them for our land assault on the Cavatan or the Cavatan Protectorate. Should our game come to that, but I think it will indeed. Yes, so they've already begun to make Transcendence Victory progress. So that's the one we're going for. The only good thing about that is that the building itself is attackable or destroyable, which you need to then rebuild the building. So that's pretty good, I think. So Integer putting a lot of shots in our units this time. Not really doing a whole lot to them. Contract is about to fall, I think, on this turn. So they did kill one of our units, I think. Yes, indeed. Oh no, perhaps not. So all of these units are okay for now. I think I'll actually just put a shot into Washer. And then our Reaver should be able to capture the city freely. Yes, indeed. Easy stuff. Annex the city. Our solar collectors, I may as well keep pumping them up. We'll go for Gongren. And really do need to expand the area around Gongren. Actually, before I forget, that is something I might actually do right now. So before we do, we'll just switch on the resource icons. Nothing of major concern, but there's no harm in buying a few extra tiles if we have such a high population. And there we go. So Vicite is starving, that's okay, we just captured it. Intruder in our territory. I'll look at all these land units. This is going to be easy pickings, but before we do that, we'll do our production. Deep Castle, I think we'll build one last solar collector before moving back to regular building infrastructures. Dangai finished the science building, and I think we shall build, yes, I think a new submarine here, a Leviathan. Over in Vacher, which is just captured, we shall build a clinic. And then some of our units need orders, so we'll begin with the furthest away units. That should be the kill on that unit. And this Poseidon here can begin to assault this unit. I think I shall also capture this city back here, Eintracht, on this turn. Let's move it into place and begin to assault it. Yes, this should be a very easy capture. Even if I don't hold Eintracht, I'm not particularly concerned that, like, if they want to move some units out to recapture, that's absolutely fine. I'm not expecting this to be a particularly quick war. Like, we don't even know what their back here looks like for integer, and it does look like they have some cities at least back in this area that we cannot see. So in Eintracht, I'll just build a clinic, doesn't really matter. And these units can begin to move over to join the rest of our forces. And up here, our units can begin to move down towards Feldgeist. Might even move one more tile if they would like to, yes indeed. Over here we have a lot of units I would like to kill here, so let's begin to move our ranged units into range and get some of the easy kills first. So again, these are land units on water. They're super easy to kill. I'll attack this fellow here. It's the Vortex. I believe that's a melee unit, although I'm almost positive that it is. I'll actually skip a turn with that fellow on Y-side, just in case they do attack the city. They have a formidable defensive foe to go against. And end of turn. So our submarine bonus that we took not so long ago. Will I make friends with these fellas for now? I don't think it really makes a difference. I mean, if we're neutral, they're still just as likely to declare war on us, so not really. I might want to turn around and attack them shortly. So Swarm Robotics about to be finished, so we're taking one step closer to our victory condition. So Integer losing a lot more units than we are. And it's continuing to send land units out here. That is their capital here, Weltgeist, so I do expect they have good production ability in this city.
The capacity for stupid agents to produce smart outcomes has a lesson for the manager. Your employees do not need to know very much for you to get the desired results.
There you go, Swarm Robotics.
We destroyed one planet when we moved against its rhythms and brought ourselves to the brink of extinction. What great things will we accomplish as we dance with this world?
And level 14 Harmony reached, so we're one level away from the top, I guess, affinity level that we need. So 15 is the victory condition, 15 is the Xeno Titan. So +1 orbital coverage or +1. Like, I mean, again, that's not really for the playstyle that we're doing at the moment. I think I'll just go for the +1 orbital coverage. Unit upgrades. So one of our land units is now able to scatter units. But I think setup, this is the ranged like city bombardment unit, and it can also levitate over land and sea, so fantastic. One of our covert ops needs an operation in Ard. We shall just steal energy for now. And we shall continue to assault Integer. So I would like to get that unit to heal this turn. So simply move it in here and fortify. And these units, so what to prioritize here? I think first and foremost we move these units down and begin to assault. This should be the kill here with this unit. I think the tier 2 unit is probably, I'm going to try and sink first. It's a shame it's taking 3 units to do so, but that is okay. This unit here can begin to assault their vortex. Not too shabby of an amount of damage, and these units can continue to move towards the rest of our force. Oh, I didn't even see this guy here, but can I kill him in one turn? No, but I can certainly do a lot of damage to him. So Veltgeist right on the coast, that should be ours very shortly, I would assume. Up here you can wait for a moment until I move the rest of my units. So I know we have a lot of land units down here, well we have one anyway at least. So I think we shall simply kill this fellow, this fellow, this fellow, and this fellow. I know we could have moved our submarine there, a bit of a misplay, but not overly concerned about it, to be honest. We'll just simply skip in Weisheit, or Weltgeist I think that is, yes indeed, or no, Weisheit. Again, I'm not a native German speaker, so excuse my butchering. You can skip. You can actually, can you do anything of value? And actually guys, that's my alarm for the end of the episode. I'll just finish this turn. So our Reaver in Vacher can actually, can you kill this unit? No, so we will just simply skip for now. Our worker can automate. My phone can make even more noise. And yeah, that's the end of the turn, and also guys, the end of the episode. As always, I would like to thank you for joining me today. I think we're making really solid progress here at the moment. I think we're really not far away from the end of this Let's Play. I'm beginning to think about what we should do for our next Beyond Earth Let's Play. I was thinking something perhaps along the lines of a one city challenge, which is one city and see if you can get the victory from just having a single city. Of course we do it on Apollo, which is the hardest difficulty. But yeah, if you have any thoughts on that, do let me know. And if not, I will see you next time.